Good morning, everyone. Today I'm going to teach you guys how to install Kali Linux on your VMware WorkStation Pro. So we'll go ahead and begin our installation. The first thing we want to do is we want to go ahead and visit the website for Kali Linux, and that is www.kali.org. Hit enter. You find yourself on this page. We're going to download the ISO. I'm going to click here download. It's going to take us to this page. I want to download this one, the installer images. And then I want a 64-bit version. And this is the download link for that. For the 64-bit version. You can see the download link right over there. Let's click here and show you. We look here. This 3.8 gig. And we just have to click on that and then start the download process. Download. It's asking where you want to store it. I'm going to store it in my downloads folder. I have a bunch of other images there. Then the name is Kali Linux 2023. Save. And let's give it some time and we'll get this image. I'll go ahead and pause this video until the download is complete. Now that the download is complete, we will begin the installation process. Now we click on VMware VirtualBox to start VirtualBox. And I'm going to go to File, New Virtual Machine. And I'm going to choose typical, recommended. I'm going to browse here to select the ISO, the image I just downloaded, the Kali Linux image. I hit browse. If I come down here, I'm going to see this is Kali Linux. Double click, say next. And it says Linux. What kind of Linux it is? If you don't know it, just leave it as, just say Ubuntu. Ubuntu 64-bit. Because Ubuntu is Debian and Kali is also part of Debian. That's fine. Next. And then give it a name. It's trying to name it Ubuntu. No, just say Kali Hacker. That's how I'm going to call this particular one, Kali Hacker. And I'm going to say next. How much storage? I have enough space. So I'll give it 20 gig. And I'll keep it as a split virtual disk. Next. So it's giving it 20 gig, 4 gig of RAM. And I will go ahead and I will hit finish. Since I hit finish, yeah, it's our Kali, guys. Let me go ahead and maximize this window. This is our Kali. I'll click there, select it, and I will go ahead and power on this virtual machine. As soon as you power it on, it's going to start up the setup process. And it's going to bring the first splash screen. And now it has these options. I'm going to click inside of my VirtualBox. Click in this screen. Double click on it. It will take you and make your mouse disappear. And then I'm going to choose the first option, graphical options. If you don't choose it, it's going to start in 16 seconds. I'm going to hit enter. And let's write from there. So it's loading stuff in the background. And it's loading. Have a little blinky on your cursor. Okay, so it's shown the screen that's asking what you want to install your language. My language is English. Select continue. It's asking your location. I'm the United States. Your keyboard setup. I'm using an United States keyboard, English keyboard. And it's detecting our hardware to begin the installation process. It's going to ask a few more prompts and we're going to respond, and that should be it. So it's detecting the installation device, it's loading. So now we're going to go ahead and set up our network configuration. This server doesn't support DHCP, that's fine. It says network configuration failed, that's fine. Just hit continue. And then how do you want to configure the network configure manually. I'm not going to configure the network at this time. I'm just going to continue. I don't need a network access right now. And what's the name of the machine? Let us call it Kali server. This is the internal name of the machine, how the machine knows it. So I'll just call it Kali, or just call it Kali box. Let's say continue. My full name, I put my name. Oh boy, I don't even know how to type my username. I'll keep it this way, STebit. I'm gonna put in my password twice. And next, my time zone is US Eastern time. I'm in Texas. Next, it's looking for the disk. Remember, I gave it 20 gig of disk space. It's looking for it to do this configuration and the installation. And next question is starting up partitions and all of that stuff. You don't have to worry about it. Now, I want to use the entire disk. This first option. Okay, it's just good for new users. Don't worry about LVM and all that stuff. Entire disk. And this is the disk that I had chosen. I say next again, continue. Partition disk.
Motion detected at the backyard left.
And choose the first option, all file in one partition, recommended for new users. And to go ahead and finish this partition. Now it's gonna write everything we've chosen on the partition table. Just choose the last option, write these changes to this, say yes. Continue. And the installation begins. I'm gonna pause this. It will take up to 10 to 15 minutes, so I'll pause it then and I will show you when it's completed. And one last thing you have to make sure you do to avoid having a bad virtual machine. Right now it's asking for you to select the kind of desktop you want to install, the desktop environment. I'll keep the default XFE and desktop, just XFE, this is the most important one. Leave it like the default, just leave it as it is and just say continue. And the installation proceeds. You can see the installation is in progress. It's really fast. Now the installation is at a critical phase. It wants to install your bootloader, just say yes. And then this is very, very critical right here. This is where I want you to pay maximum attention. It's gonna ask where to install your boot configuration files and your grub bootloader. It says you need to make the newly installed system bootable. If you choose the default option, that's a problem. Your machine is not gonna be bootable. It's just gonna fail when you try to boot it. So this is what we're gonna do. Choose this second option, Dev SDA. Dev SDA. SDA is the very first hard drive in your machine. Remember, you gave it a 20 gig hard drive when you were doing the building. And we're gonna choose SDA. If you had given it 2 or 3 hard drive, it would be SDA, SDB, SDC. Continuously, alphabetically, it increases by the last number of the alphabet. But SDA just means the very first drive. So choose this option, and that should be basically it. So I'll go ahead and choose that option, and there we go. And I will install the grub bootloader. Bootloader is what helps you to load your kernel and bring up the operating system. This to get to this phase, this machine actually took a lot of time, right? It took almost 15 minutes to 20 minutes to get here. I had to pause it several times. Depending on how fast your system is, it might take longer or maybe shorter. Now it's finishing installation. Now we are at the final step. Installation is complete, and it says installation is complete, so it's time to boot into your new system. Make sure to remove the installation media so that you boot into the new system rather than restarting the installation. And I'll show you how to do this, because if you don't do it, the installation is going to start again all over again. You don't want to do that. So just right click on Kali Hacker. This is very important. The machine that the name of the machine you created. So on this direction of the screen, I think I should point that out to you guys. Let me get my pen a little bit. If you look right here, this is the name of my machine. This is what I created. It's called Kali Hacker. That's my own. I'm going to go right there on that machine, and I'm going to go ahead and right click on that machine, and I'll go to settings. After settings, I'm going to come down here to CD DVD. CD DVD. I hope you guys can see that. Let me point it again. CD DVD right here. CD DVD. So when you point on CD DVD, you have the option. You see it says connected, not connected right now, and it says connect that power on. No, just disconnect. They say untick. That's all. And then you say okay. Then I'll go ahead and continue to reboot your installation. Installation is finishing, and after it's a reboot, and you will be in your brand new Kali box. So now it's rebooting. Should start booting in 5 seconds. What it says. Enter. Just hit enter. And we're gonna find ourselves on our Kali homepage. So it's booting in. Let's give it a few minutes to boot. So that's booting in progress right now. And there we go. That's a Kali Linux, guys. Kali is installed. I can maximize my screen and I put my username that I created in the beginning, and I put the password. And that is how you install Kali Linux. Okay, that's how you install Kali Linux. Let me know if you experience any issues. Feel free to like and subscribe on this channel, and enjoy the rest of your day.